about the Coverpage.btc Network. This is a very exciting development for all of us in the Bitfari community, and hopefully this video will clear up a lot of doubts that a lot of people have about this functionality, and it will bring about a greater understanding of the Bitfari platform. If we go to networks here on Learn, this is our foundation website. If you go to Learn and go to networks, you can see a list of all the networks. When you click on all networks, you see all the networks that actually allow you to distribute ads and allow you to get paid for consuming ads. These networks have a description here. There's an explanation. You can learn about what they do, how do they work, by checking out the network incentives page. Here it tells you how ads are audited on each network, how users are compensated for their attention on each network, which rules apply, etc. We are building pages for each network, so here we will have a page that describes how each network works. For example, this is the page of Wildcapes.btc. We are going to have a page that describes the rules, the regulations, and the operating calendar or operating schedule of each network. So Bitfari is a collection of networks, and it distributes ads on these collections of networks. So for example, if you want to distribute ads just to billboards, you will use the billboards.btc network. So that's pretty simple. If you wanted to distribute ads only on office screens, like screens that are inside an office, you will use the office.btc network. If you wanted to place publicity on malls, you will use the malls.btc network. It's pretty straightforward. Now, why is distribution divided into networks? Because the devices are generally different. So when you distribute an ad to the billboards.btc network, it will be something that will be seen outdoors on a really huge billboard. If you were to distribute the same ad to the office.btc network, well, then resolution requirements are lower because the screens are smaller. These ads are going to be seen indoors, so they don't need to have as much contrast as ads that are going to be projected outdoors. In terms of moderation, outdoor ads tend to be more heavily moderated than indoor ads. So we might assign more auditors to those ads, so the auditing fee might be largely larger, and then the schedule of distribution of this ad might be different. So if you were to distribute an ad to the office.btc network, it will likely run from 9 to 5, because that's more or less the schedule at which offices are open. But if you were to distribute an ad to the billboards.btc network, that could run practically like every day at any hour, because there are people at all times walking around in the street. It just might happen that the bid price might be different for those ads. But obviously, there's a difference in the schedule of these networks, in the devices that are projecting the ads, and in the payments. So now I'm going to talk about the Coverpage.btc network. So if you open Bitfari, this is our platform, our social connector. So this is the platform that you use to place ads. So let's say you connect to this platform. When you connect to this platform, you can see the nominal value of the Bitfari. You can see the apps here. You can see information about your account. You can see information about the platform, pricing information, tools, helps, etc. So this is, I will say, it's like 10% deployed, but we are using some parts. and we are updating it um, on a module by module basis because it's just too big. But there are some parts that are working super, like at a 90% or more. So, for example, the digital land application, I'm sure most of you are familiar with that one. So that's working, I would say, at a 90% functionality base. Um, if you have used let me see, if you have used the network status, that one is also working at 100% or close to 100%. And the dashboards and the accounts also working pretty high. But let's just sign out and talk about the cover page network, okay? Now that you're familiar with the social connector, whenever you open the social connector or whenever you use some of the apps that are part of the social connector, like the digital land portal, the digital land NFT minting portal, you see this ad. And this is a cover page ad. It's an ad by artist Antonio Marest. He's an NFT artist and an urban artist working based on Miami. He has, very beautiful art, as you can see here. He paints buildings. That's what he does, right? At some point, we're gonna offer his art so that you can brag, um, the buildings on the digital land using his art. So that's something that we have planned. We have also 10 ads from his collection that we are gonna run. The first ad is this one. It's basically this page, and the link is here. So it's a seamless ad. It doesn't block you. It's something that you can see immediately, and then you just connect your wallet, um, select your account, you're in the platform, and boom, that's fine. Okay, so the way this ad pays is according to the schedule of the Coverpage.btc network. Okay, so the Coverpage.btc network, we can see the code here, right? It has an account. So the stack account is Coverpage.btc. Pretty easy to remember, right? It has a schedule. So this schedule has serial numbers. Payment 1 is 01, payment 2 is 02, etc. Here it has a description of the payment. So the payment is whatever is paid to place this ad gets distributed, fairly across people who have used the platform, right? So we take all of the actions, and all of the actions are transactions logged by the platform. We take all those transactions, we average them up, and then we take the budget for the ad, and then we just do an automatic direct apportionment of the FARIs that were paid to distribute each ad, right? And those FARIs are sent to users that use the platform. So essentially, we are paying users for their attention while using the platform. And now they got these FARIs, right? So this person got 17 FARIs. This person got, I think, 8 FARIs, 5 FARIs, and then you can go down. There were almost 160 payments, which is amazing for something that has been running for less than 3 months. This will mark, this line of code marks the end of the distribution. This is automatically generated, so it's something that our system does. And there's a manual page here. If you wanna read more, we will create manual pages, just to explain more about the distribution. But essentially, it's that if you go to bitfari.com, you see this ad. The person that placed this ad, the ad is just pay the foundation. The foundation creates an entry on the cover page of BTC Network. We place the ad, and then you get paid for that, for your attention, because presumably while you were minting digital land or whatever, you saw this ad, right? So that's it. The Fari token is now paying you for your attention. With this, we are equal to BAT in compensating people for using an application or for their attention. And from now on, it's all gravy. From now on, all of the functionality that we're gonna add to the Bitfari network and all of the networks that we're gonna add, it's going to make the platform that much more robust than any other competitor. And we have 30 networks planned, so at launch we're gonna be 30x more powerful than any other competing solution, which is amazing. This has posted. It's confirmed on the Anchor blog, so everybody should have their Faris. You can log in and check your draw here. If you go into the platform, you can see that the nominal value is $126. So if you wanted to use your Faris to place ads, then the value of the Fari just grows like exponentially, right? It becomes, like $126 per Fari. So this person here, the top draw, let me see, he got 17 Faris, so he got around $2,000 in ad money, in budgets to place ads. So if he wanted to deploy those Faris nominally, he could use $2,000 in nominal value to place ads. So it's a very powerful payment. It's not chump change. If this person wanted to mint digital land, let me see if I can probably search for something here. He could mint digital land using his Faris at a 125 US dollar nominal valuation. So he could use that money potentially to mint even more land, which is simply it's mind bending. So the more you use these platforms, the more digital land you get, the more NFTs you get. Obviously, you could also go to StackSwap. Let me see if I can go to StackSwap. If you can go to StackSwap, you could also sell your Faris, but that will be at a market value, right? So you will get some stacks for your Faris. So that's liquid, and you can do your trades immediately. What else? Let me see what else. If you go to NFP Studio and you select Faris, which is actually a top 10 token now on Stacks, you can see that there were good times to sell the tokens. Now it's probably a bad time to sell the token because the value has depreciated a bit, but you can see that the value has remained stable. So it's trading between 0.02 and 0.06, so fairly stable. As we add more liquidity, this will become more and more stable. But right now, we are pretty good because we are a top 10 token, and we haven't launched yet. So when we launch, even a couple of weeks ago, I think we were even on top of USDA. So pretty good numbers, pretty good numbers. I'm very happy with the progress of the project so far, and this is a major development. Now the Fari token and now the Bitfari platform is paying you for your attention. So it's a major development that we were waiting for. This was scheduled to happen, 2 weeks ago, but we ran into some issues. But now it's done. Now this has posted, and it will post every month. So every month you see a different ad here, and you will get a different payment depending on how much you use the platform, which is great. It's another functionality for the Fari token, and another exciting functionality for the Bitfari network. Thank you for your attention, and remember to always bring life to your location.